Hello everybody, we're talking about the Stanford rape case and Brock Turner today. So, Brock Turner went to a party that this girl also happened to go to. This girl had nothing to do. She thought, might as well go to this stupid party, have a few drinks, come back home. She ended up getting so drunk, she lost consciousness. Brock Turner saw an opening, acted in a predatory fashion, took her unconscious body away from the party behind a dumpster. Then proceeded to rape her behind that dumpster. Now, he only stopped because there was some bicyclist that came by and said, "What are you doing? Get off of that unconscious woman." When he was caught red-handed, literally balls deep in an unconscious woman, he tried to run. And the only reason that he was captured is because people physically restrained him until the police showed up. This tells you something about the person we're dealing with. So he got 6 months in prison. Found guilty, 6 months. A lot of people are angry about that. And what he did turns my stomach. And I have a very strong emotional reaction to what he did. Is definitely anger. And the first thing that I thought was he better not come to Oregon. Because if he goes to the Oregon forests, I can't guarantee nothing but a tree might fall on him. And, but that's not the way to deal with cases like this. You can't react to criminal cases emotionally. It doesn't do anything for the good of our society. So, he should have gotten 3 years in prison. Why do I say 3 years? Is because 3 years, let me take this off, is the minimum sentencing, stop screwing with it, in California for committing a rape. 3 years is the minimum sentencing in California committing a rape. I'm huge on minimum sentencing, huge on laws in general, because it's a code of conduct that is written down in an easily accessible third-party location that I can point to somebody else and be like, obey this. Because not only me, other people will come and fuck with you about not obeying this. So he should have at least got the 3 years, which seems like, even 3 years seems like a slap on the wrist for such an egregious crime. Now, Brock Turner's father wrote an impassioned letter, maybe bribed the judge. I'm not sure. We should have this case reviewed to make sure there was no suspicious things afoot. But his father, even if he did bribe the judge, even with the letter, I'm not mad at him. Why be mad at a father for caring about his son? I know there's a lot of people I know, but I wouldn't care about him if he was a rapist. You're being intellectually dishonest with me and yourself, as a lot of the people that have said that to me have had no children. They don't even know what it's like to have a kid. They don't know the physiological, chemical difference, the chemicals that release in your brain. I don't get those chemicals for other people's children. You don't get those chemicals for other people's children. If it's your kid, floods of chemicals nobody else gets going off in your brain. So I can't fault the father for trying to protect his son. Now, some people say his sentence is too light. Some people say 3 years is too light. Some people say 15 years is too light. Some people say there's not enough leniency on the planet. I think he should go to prison for a few years and then go to another corrections facility. Not an outpatient procedure, but another facility that he can't so much leave, but he stays there for another period of years. And this is a rehabilitation clinic where he can't like do what he's doing in prison, but dang it, not my fault. Dang it. Because he's probably trying to pass the buck right now. I don't know what he's doing, but a lot of people do. They try to pass the buck as much as they can. So we send him to a place where every time, I ain't doing anything. Yeah, you did. You did. It's some egregious crimes, and you're a real dirtbag for what you did. And maybe try to fix him. I don't know if you can fix him. I don't know how his brain's working. But we should at least try. Why? Because we've got a huge prison population, and we should change things. This highlights some things that need to be, this highlights problems that we have in our judicial system, and we shouldn't be making changes to our judicial system out of emotional reactions. We should be making changes to our judicial systems calmly, out of thought, with an eye towards making the experience of America better for everybody overall. And that's not ruling out more extreme punishments, like for repeat offenders, even after they've gone through the retraining or whatever. If they keep on doing their crime, chemical castration, the more harsher punishments are still on the table. But maybe we could stop the huge recidivism rate we have here in our country by giving people an adjustment period to act like normal people after they get out of an extremely screwed up scenario. But like I said, I don't know Brock Turner. I don't know if he can be rehabilitated, and I at least would have liked to see him serve the 3 years that are the minimum sentence, and that would be a slap on the wrist for what he's done.